I guess it's like riding a dirt bike. You know, it's just. They say it's a combination of motocross. In essence, it's so exciting. You know, you feel like you're flying, but you're standing right there. You know, and the wood chips are all over you. You know, and then you look down and you get to it quick. You know, next thing you know, you have an eagle, or you see the outline of one, and it's just awesome. You know, I'll steal a quote that I just heard from a carver. Just recently, we're the rock stars of the art world. We get it on fast, and it just, we can do it right before your eyes, basically, you know. Most carvers use music, you know. It's very physical to carve a big log. And for me, it's rock and roll. And I warm up with rock and roll, and I got a few songs I warm up with. I get my beat on, I get loose. And I'm cranking the tunes in my head. I mean, as loud as it'll go, you know. And I hit my wood, and I'm walking my way through the wood, and I'm starting to see my piece. And slowly the music just fades out, you know. Every carver or sculptor likes to depict motion. So you say, well, how do I do this piece and get the most motion out of it? Motion is life, you know. So you look at your wood now, you say, am I gonna get it in this piece? I draw on the log sometimes and take some dimensions, and then I will read the log before I start carving. I will look down at the log and I will see which way I think it's gonna crack. You know, all wood's gonna crack and shrink, so I'll try to read the log, and you start just dropping pieces, you know, and then you look, see, you know, is that head turned the way I want? Are you gonna dare try to do this, to do, you know, on this piece that's going good? Are you gonna put a little more motion, a twist? And then you just let it happen. Then you just fall into wood's falling off, and you're rolling pretty good, but you're pensive at the start. At least I am. You know, you just can't quite see it with all that wood around it. When you're a carver, you spend a lot of time alone. You think a lot. You have lunch by your piece. You know, you clean up. You're always thinking. You know, as your imagination's running. And one day I said to myself, I said, I wonder where I am in this piece. I wonder if the eagle head is at like 1970. You know, in the rings. You know. And I wonder where his feet are. Is his feet in 2015, or depending on how you position your bird, or whatever carving, a bear, you know, the middle of the bear's head, is that, you know, is that 1940? You know, what was going on then, you know, and how many storms and big winters and droughts have this been through, you know? And to breathe new life in the piece is cool, you know. Most of my wood is reclaimed. It's out of wood pile, a wood dump, and you breathe life into it, you know. And people go, you know, at a show, or they'll come up to the piece and they'll go, wow, you know, it'll pull them in, you know. And then they'll touch it, you know. Most people touch it, and then the next question is, what type of wood is this, you know? And it's kind of cool because it dials them in too, you know. I'm going to say catalpa is my favorite wood. I like to do faces, and catalpa is very kind to faces, you know. And it's one of the more stable woods. So its shrinkage is even, and it doesn't crack as much. And it sands, it melts with the sander. You can just, like clay, it's almost like, so. I enjoy catalpa a lot. I enjoy the smell of it. It cuts like butter. Your saw will actually, you'll get a lot of overcuts. You know, overcut is when you go too far and then you want it to go, and then you'll see where your saw did, because it cuts real easy. And the grain is gorgeous. I don't need to be better than the next person, or I don't even care if I'm not as good. I know that I gave it all with my heart. Comes from your heart, I believe, carving, you know. It comes from your heart and desire, you know. And I think if you have heart and desire, you know, that's all you need, you know. And I have plenty of that, you know. Other than my children, chainsaw carving has had the greatest impact on my life, you know. It's taken me places that I never thought I'd go, do things I never thought I would do. We just spent the weekend in Ohio in a competition. I've met more people, and I don't think I've ever felt at peace this way in my life, you know. And I've had good accomplishments in business in my electrical contracting, but it was never as good as this, you know. It just never felt as good. When I'm done for the evening or the day and I'm cleaning up and I hit my wood good, or I tried something that I've never tried, there's a feeling that, I don't know, like you want to race, you know, or whatever, you know. It feels so right, you know, for me, you know. I just feel like this is what I should have been doing the whole time.